Okay, here I'm going to provide a brief introduction to forensic science. So the nature of forensic science, well, let's start with just defining the terms here that are included. So for example, forensics is scientific tests used in connection with the detection of a crime. And that can, as you can see up here, it can be involving certain laboratory techniques. We're going to go over more details in other videos. This can involve eyewitness testimony and dealing with other aspects of that. So it's all centered around the detection of a crime. The other part of that, science, is an intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of the structure and behavior of physical and natural world through the observations and experiment. So a pretty long definition for a single word there. Well, what that science is kind of that application. So while forensics is detection of a crime, using the science components, this is how we take that as practical and systematic approach to analyzing, I should say, a crime scene and how we go about pulling out the information, identifying information, and developing potential tests to encode for and provide data in detail on observations that may be made. So putting it together, it's science as it relates to the law. So there is that lab-based component, but then there's also the law, because a lot of times forensic science people are going in front of courts, in front of juries and in court settings, and they have to be able to argue and provide evidence that they found through their work. It utilizes a crime scene processing protocol, and this is how it can go through and how to break down what's going on in a crime scene to be able to gain information without altering what might be going on there. So it could be presented in a official base in front of a jury and a court setting. So that's kind of just the very basics of introduction to forensic science. Other videos in this channel will go through a lot more detail.